Now, today we will start the second chapter, which is food and its components. First, there is given that components of food. So, components of food, in that the first line is that the food we eat is made up of more than one ingredients. In the previous chapter, we have already discussed about ingredients. Suppose cooked rice. To prepare this, which things needed? Rice, water and salt. So rice, water and salt are the ingredients. So ingredients means the materials that is needed to make a dish. Here an example is given, kheer. To make the kheer, rice, milk and sugar is needed. So for the dish kheer, rice, milk and sugar are the ingredients. Now these ingredients also contain some chemical substances. These are called nutrients. And these nutrients are essential for our body for proper growth and functioning. Without these nutrients, our body growth development do not occur. So ingredients means to prepare a dish, the things that is needed, this is ingredients. And these ingredients contain different components which helps in growth development of our body, and these components are called nutrients. Okay. Now, here it is given that the main nutrients are 5 types. Carbohydrate, second one is protein, fat, vitamin and minerals. Beside this, roughage and water, our body also requires these two things for better functioning. Water we all know about it, but what is roughage? Roughage is also a kind of nutrients of food, especially fibrous, mainly in carrot, cucumber, oats, different type of grains, the roughage present. This is also very useful that our body needs. Now we have to know about that in which type of food, which type of nutrients are present and how they help us and why they require for our body. Now we have to know this. First nutrient is carbohydrate. Carbohydrate is also, at first I have already said that all the nutrients are chemical substances. So carbohydrate is also a chemical, and it is made up of mainly 3 elements. One is the carbon, second one is the hydrogen, and third one is the oxygen. So carbohydrate contains carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. The chemical formula is C6H12O6. C means carbon, H means hydrogen and O means oxygen. So it contains carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Now what is the main function of carbohydrate, or why do we need carbohydrate? Carbohydrate, actually it is the source of energy. It means we all know that to do any kind of work, energy is necessary, and carbohydrate, the food that contains carbohydrate gives us the energy. So carbohydrate are the major source of energy. Now we have to know that in which type of food carbohydrates present. Here it is given. Here the examples of food is given in which type of food carbohydrate present. Chapati, paratha, bread, rice. In this type of food carbohydrate present. Beside this, potato, banana, sugar, rice, fruit, juice, glucose, etc. In these kinds of food also carbohydrate present. And this carbohydrate rich food we take, and this food gives us energy. Okay. And without energy we are unable to do any kind of work. So carbohydrate is the main source of energy. Now, inside our body, carbohydrate combine with oxygen during respiration, get oxidized and produce energy. It means that we all know that during respiration, which gas we take? Oxygen. So inside our body, this carbohydrate means C6H12O6, this carbohydrate and oxygen, both are combined. And what they form? Carbon dioxide, H2O and energy. This energy helps us to do work, and also our body functions properly. Our growth, development, we walk, we move, helps in these all processes. This energy is used, and we all know that during respiration we breathe out carbon dioxide, and these are the water. Okay, so this is the carbohydrate. Now carbohydrates are of main different types: simple, complex. Simple are present as sugar, whereas complex carbohydrates are present in the food as starch. They suppose sugars, mainly glucose, fructose, which are present in fruit juice. We need water, drink glucose in this different kinds of fruits also. Simple sugars are present, where just as honey. Whereas complex sugar means starch. In potato, rice, starch is present and it gives us more energy. Okay. You just see the different types of sugar means not only glucose, fructose, sucrose, lactose are different forms of sugar. Mainly fruit contains fructose, honey contains fructose and sucrose, and milk contains lactose. So in fruits, in sugar, which type of glucose is present? Sucrose. In fruits, fructose. Honey, fructose and sucrose both are present, whereas in milk, lactose is present. So these are the different types of sugar. Actually, they all are the carbohydrates. So to achieve energy, we need this carbohydrate rich fruits or foods. Sorry, carbohydrate rich foods. Second nutrient, essential nutrient is protein. As we say that all the nutrients are chemical, so protein is also chemical. So in the previous nutrients means carbohydrate, we see that it contains carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, but in proteins there are an extra elements present. What is this? It's nitrogen. It means that protein contain nitrogen, carbon, oxygen and hydrogen. Now carbohydrate gives us energy, or it is the source of energy. But why we need protein? It's essential for our growth, repair and maintenance of our body. So if we don't take proteinaceous food, growth of our body will be stopped. Some food, now we have to know about the examples of food which contains highly protein. We all know that milk, pulses means dal, beans, nuts, cheese, egg, fish, they contain protein. However, animal proteins are known to be better than plant proteins. They all are animal proteins. Why? Because milk, cheese, eggs, fish, they are taken from, they are the animal product, whereas pulses, beans are the plant product. So we get protein both in plant product, animal product, but animal proteins are better than the plant product. And the main source of proteins are milk, cheese, egg, etc. These are the main proteinaceous food that we require for our body. Here it is given, deficiency of protein causes a disease called kwashiorkor. Actually, if we don't give proteinaceous food to the children, they are affected by a disease which is known as kwashiorkor. It means that the main function of protein is to helps in growth and development. So if we don't give them proteinaceous food, their growth development doesn't occur. So this is the disease which is caused by deficiency of protein, meaning absence of protein. Okay. Another thing is given, that is hemoglobin. It is also a protein. Where it is present? In blood, hemoglobin is present. We all know that. And for the presence of hemoglobin, our blood is red in color. The main function of this hemoglobin, actually hemoglobin is a protein. The main function of this protein is to carry the oxygen from one part of our body to another part. So hemoglobin is also an important protein that is present in our body. Another thing is that in blood antibodies present. This is also a form of protein. What is the function of antibody? It fight against any infection, virus or any other agents, if it enters in our body and causes diseases, then these antibody fight against them and protect our body. So to protect our body from any infection, virus, bacteria, who helps? This antibody helps, and the antibodies are itself a protein. Okay. Now the another nutrients is fat. Beside protein and carbohydrate, the other important nutrients is fat. It is also gives us energy, and sometimes the previous nutrients, I mean in carbohydrate, also gives us energy. Fats also gives us energy, but sometimes same amount of fat provide more energy than carbohydrate. It means that they give us more energy than carbohydrate. If we take same amount of fat, but it gives more energy than carbohydrate. Now we have to know that in which type of food fats present, especially ghee, oil, butter, milk, meat, nuts, some seeds contain fat. So why do we take this food that contains fat? For energy. Beside carbohydrate, fat rich foods are also energy giving food. So we have to consume this food for energy. Besides giving energy, this also protects our internal organ. Okay, internal organ means the organ that are present inside of our body. These are called internal organs. They also helps in protecting these internal organs and also contain many hormones to regulate our body activities. Now a question is that what is hormone? Hormone is nothing but hormone is some chemicals which is produced by the animals different organs inside our body, and they helps to regulate different kinds of body activities. Okay, so this is the fat. Today we have discussed three nutrients, essential nutrients. One is the carbohydrate, second is the protein, and third one is the fat. Carbohydrate, protein, and fat. So students, you just go through these notes, go through this chapter and follow my explanation in the video. And if you have any problem, then inbox me or make a call. And at the last, I just give a matching. You have to do it in your copy. Okay, so thank you students, do it.